So the test that I'll be explaining now is the Illinois test. So the Illinois test is an agility test that we're going to use for a hockey player, and it's used just to check how quickly they can change direction and gain speed. You use the Illinois for like your dribbling in hockey and also your defending, and just generally moving around when you have to open up for the ball as well.
Okay, so with the Illinois test, you have to start on your stomach with your hands next to your shoulders, then run around the first cone, come to the middle cones, weave through them, weave back, then run to the cone on the far left, and then you finish off at that last cone. So with the scoring, I'll score her an average because the time that she ran the whole test in falls within the norms.
Test that I'll be explaining is the sit-up test, and this sit-up test is used for a hockey player, and we're using this for this hockey player because in hockey you always stay in a crouched position and you have to hit the ball and just move around in general, so it helps with that core strength.
Okay, so with this test, your feet have to remain on the ground and your elbows have to touch your knees in the upward phase. So for the scoring, I would score her a bad because she wasn't able to do the amount of reps that an athlete in her caliber is supposed to be able to do. And I'll also have to fix her technique and her form because her feet do sometimes lift off the ground.
Test that I'll be explaining is the T-test. So with the T-test, we're going to be using this on a tennis player, and it's an agility test. So why we use the T-test is because the player, when he's on the tennis court, he'll always be moving up and down the court and from side to side. Wherever the ball is, that's where he has to be. And the back pedaling as well, it's incorporated in the T-test, and it's for when you come backwards and the ball's hit over you.
So with this test, you start at the first beacon, run to the beacon straight up ahead, side shuffle to the beacon on your left hand side shuffle to the beacon on your right hand side shuffle back into the middle, then back pedal up until the beacon that you started at. So for this test, I would score him a bad because his time is above the norms.
next test that I'll be explaining is the push-up test. So the push-up test, we're going to use this on a tennis player, and why we use this is because in tennis there's a lot of forearm swinging and you need that strength in your arms, so that's what this test is for, and it helps for the chest.
So for the push-up test, when going down you have to go as close as possible to the ground, and when you come up you have to fully extend your elbows. So with the scoring, I would score him a good because the number of reps that he completed is above the norm.